What's going on, everybody? It's Bulls Nation Station back at it again with another one. And this is the pregame, the preview, the prediction for the Chicago Bulls versus the New York Knicks. Yes, this will be a game, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's been pretty much hyped already. You know, the Bulls and Knicks fans been going at it on different sites, you know, because they're two awesome fan bases, two strong fan bases that's passionate about their team. And they're two fan bases whose teams are doing very good right now. So shout out to both fan bases. You know, obviously I'm a Bulls fan, but, you know, I've personally always cheered for the Knicks because of Rose, because of Taj, and because of Tibbs. But obviously that won't be the case when they come into Chicago this Thursday. But yeah, you know, both teams are doing pretty good. The Knicks recently, they just smacked the 76ers and gave them a good whooping. The 76ers, they look pretty lifeless with the whole Ben Simmons situation. And the Knicks definitely took care of that. You know, of course, they're one of the top defensive teams right now, which we predicted, but they're also shooting a lot more threes. So it should be interesting to see. As far as the Chicago Bulls, you know, we're off to a 4-0 start on the season. We just recently beat the Toronto Raptors, which was a closer game than expected. You know, the Bulls definitely let go of the ropes towards the end of that game, but still managed to pull it off. So we're looking to see how the Bulls bounce back from that game, which some viewed as kind of disappointing, even though it's still a win. And it should take place for a great matchup. You know, they talked about this matchup on TNT where Charles Barkley predicted the Bulls and Shaq predicted the Knicks to win the game. You know, I feel like this game has a lot more on the line because, you know, the Bulls are on the streak and NBA teams love to come in and beat a team that has a streak going on. Also, this game has a lot on the line because they recently just moved this game to a national TV game. You know, this will now be showed on NBA TV. I kind of wish it was on TNT, but it's okay as long as we get some type of national recognition. And so that's pretty cool. The Knicks and the Bulls, they're two of the hottest teams to start the season. You know, this will take place at the United Center. And yeah, it's very exciting. Definitely very exciting. And the game will take place at 8 o'clock Eastern time, which will be 7 o'clock Central time if you stay around Chicago. And as far as the Knicks, I'm going to do their preview first. You know, they defeated last year's top seed in the Eastern Conference, like I was saying. You know, that was a good bounce back win because they had a lackluster game before that against the Orlando Magic. And I know the last game, Kemba Walker, he had his first big game. You know, he had 19 points and 5 assists that game and took control of the game. And, you know, Tibbs is definitely looking forward to it. The quote he said was that we have to go to Chicago and play an undefeated team that's loaded, that's playing real well. And so he wasn't really trying to enjoy that 76ers win too much. He's already looking forward to Chicago, which is awesome. And so I feel like the key player for I'm going to give two key players for New York. The first key player will be Julius Randle because he's simply the best player for the Knicks, or at least he was last season. He won the most improved player, led them to the playoffs. But, you know, Randle, he has a chip on his shoulder because people has been talking about him and the way he played in the playoffs last season. So right now he's averaging 25 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. But, yeah, Randle's all to a tear right now. And so, of course, they have other weapons too. And their second key player, I will also say, is, of course, the Chicago kid, Derrick Rose. You know, it's going to be interesting to see who gets the most MVP votes in the game. It's probably going to be between 3 people, depending on how they're playing. You know, I feel like Rose definitely because he's Chicago legend, you know. And I feel like Zach LaVine, if he balls out, he can get some MVP votes. And of course, the GOAT, Alex Caruso, he always gets MVP votes. So it's going to be a lot of MVPs getting thrown around. And this should be very interesting and fun to see. The predicted lineup for the Knicks will be Kemba Walker starting at point guard, Evan Fournier at shooting guard, R.J. Barrett at the 3, Julius Randle power forward, and big man Mitchell Robinson at center, who also has been looking impressive coming back from that injury. I know he's gained a lot of pounds. He looks very, very good right now. Now, as far as Chicago, we're on the streak right now. We're high up. We're overcoming adversity. And speaking of adversity, it feels good to have an extra day off because we have players that has minor injuries or recovering from sickness, such as Vucevic. Hopefully he feels better. Patrick Williams, he just recovered from the ankle. Now he was battling a sore shoulder, so hopefully he feels better and gets enough rest so he can be aggressive. And also recently reported Zach LaVine received a small ligament tear in his non-shooting thumb. So that's definitely a tough injury, but he says he's willing to play through it and he's going to play through it. So that's good to see. Hopefully this injury doesn't affect him too much to where it deteriorates his game, his shooting, his dribbling. And, the Knicks, they're a tough, grinding out team. So definitely want to key in to pay attention to that. And, the Bulls, they're looking to keep it going. DeMar DeRozan, he's hot right now. He closed out the game against the Raptors. That's good that the Bulls have more than one, closer. So that's pretty awesome. I feel like the key player for this game is going to be Zach LaVine because he's going to have to put this game on his shoulders. I know the past couple games, he's been starting off real slow. And I know he feels like he can score anywhere, anytime, which is awesome. But it would be amazing just to see him start off aggressive. He averaged 27 points last season, 5 rebounds, and 4.9 assists. Made his first All-Star game last season. And he's still the go-to guy, even with DeMar DeRozan and Lonzo on the team. So it's great, just to see how the team will look. And like Tiff said, the Bulls are loaded, so they're right on the high. The crowd is going to be crazy. And it's Joakim Noah night. It's weird to see who Joakim Noah will be rooting for because he played for both teams. His best friend and favorite coach is on the Knicks while his heart is in Chicago. So it's going to be great to see. I feel like the game will be an exciting matchup between two of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Both teams off to strong starts, and it's down to the Knicks defense to contain the Bulls' fiery offense. I feel like just the fact of being at home will give the Bulls a slight edge, but I feel like this will be a super close game. And don't be surprised if this game even goes into overtime, because I feel like this is going to be one of those tough, grinded out games. I don't feel like it's going to be too many super big lead changes. If it is, hopefully it goes to the Bulls, but definitely it's going to be a great game. Shout out to the whole Bulls Nation. Comment this video, tell me your predictions, like this video, subscribe to my page, and I'm gonna keep you guys in tune. We're gonna see what happens. Go Bulls.